Well. Let's talk about the Romelu Lukaku train that everyone is jumping on right now. In this video, we're obviously going to be talking about Chelsea versus Aston Villa and recapping that match, so stick around as we dive deeper into that. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge Chelsea fan, which is why we're talking about this game, Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Now again, if you are new, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. And for those that did hit the like button, here's a picture that I made of Rudiger. I hope you guys like that. All right, so let's get into this game. Now, obviously, Chelsea did come out with, I want to say a weaker squad, because the squad that was playing was still a very good selection from Thomas Tuchel, though he did come with a few different players. Obviously, Reece James being suspended for his handball against Liverpool. Jorginho was on the bench. Mason Mount on the bench, but didn't even play as well. So it really showed our depth in this game. Now, again, we did see some players like Saul play who, yes, didn't play very well in his first game in the Premier League, which again is not too surprising, because when you're playing in a different league such as La Liga and then transferring to the Premier League, you do realize how big of a difference it is, because each and every league has their different play style. And in the Premier League, you don't have as much time in the midfield, which I think is what he noticed in his first match. He made a lot of bad passes, but again, I think overall, moving forward, he should be okay. It just will take some time for him to adapt. But because of that, Jorginho did come in at halftime, and boy, did it make a huge difference. Now, let's back up a little bit, because we want to talk about the first goal that we saw, and that goal that was between Romelu Lukaku and Kovacic. Now, both of these players, I think, could have been man of the match along with Mendy, but that first goal, Kovacic playing that long ball to Romelu Lukaku, Lukaku going down, cutting it back off his stronger leg, putting it onto his weaker leg, and scoring, just showed what we've been missing at Chelsea with a forward or a striker that can just be pretty precise and only need one or two opportunities to score. This was Lukaku's first chance, and guess what? He took advantage of it and he scored that goal. This was his first goal at Stamford Bridge, so it's a great thing to see him scoring at a home game. Again, we're going to see more and more goals from this player, but again, it was so great seeing his first goal finally happen for Chelsea. Now, along with Kovacic, who did play that ball, he also scored his first goal in this game at Stamford Bridge, which again was a bit of a gift. Tyrone Mings, I'm not sure what he was thinking, had a bad first touch, then played it back. Kovacic kept running after it, got there first, and chipped it over the keeper, again scoring his first goal for Chelsea at a home game. And hopefully this isn't his last goal either, but again, Kovacic isn't really a player that scores a whole lot of goals, but again, it would be a breath of fresh air if he did score more and more goals. Now, like I said, either of those players could have been man of the match, but in my opinion, I think Mendy was the man of the match, because day in and day out, we're seeing how great a goalkeeper can be for any club, especially for Chelsea, because as we've seen history before with Kepa there, when we had a goalkeeper that wasn't saving as many shots, we really struggled and weren't able to hold clean sheets. With Mendy, we've been having so many clean sheets. Our defense looks so much better, but he's really pulled us out from the depth, having so many great saves. In this game, Aston Villa had more chances than Chelsea, but never found the back of the net. He had multiple saves, many close range shots. And again, somehow Mendy's just able to get all those areas blocked real quickly. Yes, he had some help from his CBs, Thiago Silva being one of those players who did block a shot, which was most likely going to go in and go past Mendy. But overall, again, Mendy's been playing just out of his mind, and it was one of the best signings we've had so far for a goalkeeper in a long time, and I'm really happy that he's there. Now, going into the second half, again, Chelsea did look pretty good overall, but Jorginho, again, coming into the half, really showed what we were missing in the midfield, because not only does he have the knowledge of playing balls, being defensive, but he just knows where to be, and he's always one or two steps ahead of everyone else, which really clogs up the midfield for other teams. They can't really get anything going, which can really frustrate teams And because he was there then, they couldn't really get much going on, and therefore Chelsea were able to possess the ball a little bit more. And again, we saw the Chelsea that we're so used to seeing dominate the team and just play throughout the field and not really struggle too much. And after that, we ended up scoring one more goal, and that was Romelu Lukaku again, who had the assist from Azpilicueta. One of those goals that, again, just bolted to the upper 90. So again, there was nothing the keeper could have done. But again, like I mentioned, Romelu Lukaku only had 2 shots and had 2 goals. That is something that we were missing last year, because we had time and time again where we should have been scoring goals. We weren't able to. But with Lukaku, we know why we signed this guy for so much, because we're seeing it game in and game out. He not only bullies defenders, not able to just make those runs and everything, but again, be clinical, finishing, and scoring goals that we need. Yes, we were already up 2-0, but again, just putting the nail in the coffin by scoring that last one really helped solidify this game and just shows you how great Romelu Lukaku has been for this club, because time and time before this, when he was playing at Manchester United, even at Everton, people really complained about his first touch or his ability not to get the ball away from it and take those shots. But as we've seen so far with Chelsea, he's been able to do that. So obviously his time away at Inter Milan has been a huge help for this player. And again, I hope he keeps scoring more and more goals, possibly be the Golden Boot winner. But as we know, there's other players in this league that may want to just go against him. Cristiano Ronaldo now is in the league, had 2 goals himself. So again, it's going to be a fun race this season. So overall, I thought this was a great game for Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel, again, just doing what he needs to do, making the changes tactic-wise, knows what he needs to do. And again, he gave players rest, because later this week we do have the Champions League game. So therefore, again, it's good that Mason Mount did get some rest, because I think he did need some. Obviously, he was playing international along with a lot of the other players, including Jorginho, Thiago Silva. But again, some players just still need to play. But overall, really happy with how this team's been performing, and really looking forward to this week and to the next week for the Premier League game, because again, I think Chelsea really have a good opportunity this season to win the league. They are tied for the top of the table with Manchester United. As we saw, Tottenham lost their game. They're back to their old ways. They lost 3-0, which now that puts them at 0 goal differential. So I'm pretty happy about that as well. So that is all I have for you today on this Chelsea recap with Chelsea versus Aston Villa. I thought this was a great game. Showed a real good performance from all our players, not even just our forwards, but our midfield and our defense, and obviously our goalkeepers. So again, if you haven't, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. And even comment down below what you thought of this game. So that is all, and we will see you next time.